Hello everyone! Welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and we are doing these lives, these extra lives here on the channel every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for Mondays because Monday is my normal live chat day, and those days on Mondays, like there's more Mondays in the week than just the one. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 2 hours every Monday evening we go live. We are doing these extra lives for the folks that are stuck at home, that are not essential. Everybody else should be at home. Hopefully they all should be at home doing what they're supposed to be doing to save the planet and the human race. But isolation, on a serious note, isolation for extroverts, not so much introverts, but isolation is not good for your mental health. It leads to loneliness and depression and all kinds of other issues. So we are doing our best to combat that here at It's Crochet O'Clock. It's not in-person contact, but listen, it's a great community. We sit here, we chit-chat with each other at least 1 hour a day. The conversation continues in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. We are just doing our best to take care of each other's mental health through this crisis, this worldwide crisis. If this is your first time here and it's your first time ever participating in a YouTube live, please remember that you must be logged into your YouTube channel in order to participate in the live chat. If you're not logged into your YouTube channel, it's not going to let you and you're just going to get frustrated. That's what the problem is. Make sure that you log in with your YouTube account. Additionally, make sure that you are selecting live chat. For some reason, it likes to default to top chat, and that means that all of the conversation is not going to come through, and then you're going to be unhappy. You're going to get confused because I'm going to respond to people and you didn't see the message come through. The same thing is true if you happen to be watching the replay later. You will still need to select live chat instead of top chat. One more quick disclaimer, I don't know if they are here or not, but we have the Three Musketeers, otherwise known as Freaky, Anthony, and Sue. If you say something and a pun can be made out of it, one of those three is going to quickly pick up on it. They are like our court gestures here at It's Crochet O'Clock. They are locals. We love them very much. Please don't take anything that they say too seriously. They're great fun and we love to have them around. Let's see who all is over here in chat. Oh, there's the Secret Yarnery. Hello. There's Robin, and we have Ida and Dee here today moderating for us. Their names are in blue and they also have spanners next to them. That means that if you start to act up, they're going to whack you with the spanner. So don't do that. Don't do that at all. Let's see. We have Lillian, and Lily, you made it on time. Lily has a thing with arriving just before the lives are over. Bless their hearts. And there's Steely and Sander. Hello, and Kathy, and DB, and Sandy. Woo, there's so many people here. I am so happy to see you guys. Please, you guys, give the video a thumbs up. What that does with the YouTube algorithm is it lets YouTube know that you are enjoying the video, you're enjoying what is going on, and that means that the algorithm will be more likely to recommend it to other folks that search for yarny type stuff. You know, maybe somebody may not know about us and they may need some help to find us, and they may need an outlet as well. So make sure you are clicking the thumbs up. We would appreciate it greatly. Oh, and it looks like Bonnie is sending me something. Oh, you guys, Bonnie Barker's project that she is working with our yarn. See, I just lost. Ooh, she just sent me a picture. Super secret squirrel. I'm so excited. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Hello, Jennifer. First time here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Normally I sit here and I doodle on things, but I have a pattern in testing right now, and it is taking over my brain. And I have tried several times to start a new design, but my brain doesn't allow me to do multiple things at once. I'm not one of those people that can have 17 projects lying around the house. It gives me severe anxiety. I can't do it. So in those moments, I have this ongoing granny square project that I work on every now and then. So I was doing granny squares yesterday, and I hope you guys don't mind that I am doing granny squares again today. I was planning on being finished with making all of the corrections to the pattern that the testers found and all of that last night, but for some reason, my work exploded. I was warned about it as soon as I walked in the door that things were a little bit crazy pants at my office, and they weren't lying because my phone did not stop all night long. All night long. Horrible rumors going around, and I work for a government entity. So, for those of you who don't know, I work in commercial vehicle codes enforcement. So that means that I deal with all of our truckers that are moving essential supplies and everything else throughout our country. So I was dealing with a lot of questions and a lot of misinformation that was getting thrown around out there last night. It was kind of crazy. Hello, Rosemary. Welcome, 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 welcome. I saw that Marley Bird had gone live just a few minutes ago. Marley Bird had gone live on her Facebook, and I was able to pop in for like 2 seconds, and then I had to turn on everything here so I could continue staying on time, which I'm quite proud of myself. I hope that I didn't just jinx myself, because my worst fear is I'm so exhausted from how crazy pants things are at work. I'm so exhausted that I'm just going to sleep right through my alarm and be late for you guys. Yes, crazy pants. So, word of the week is crazy pants. You guys have heard me say that before. You guys have heard me say that. So, as I was getting ready today, a situation dawned on me, and I figured, because you guys know how I like to educate you guys, and I like to give you guys little stories. So I remembered something that I learned about when I was in school. Also, if you don't know, I went to school I studied 15th century fashion. 15th and 16th century fashion is what I went to school for. So while I was, pursuing that, I learned a whole lot of things along the way. And one of the things that I learned was that in the Victorian era in England, what is the word? It just left me. Their Industrial Revolution happened during the Victorian era. And part of the reason is that her husband, Prince Albert, he was a very, very, very big patron of the sciences, and he loved machinery, and he loved progress. So he kind of did everything that he could to support the sciences. And when their Industrial Revolution took off, it was very good for the lower class people, but not so much for the wealthy, the lords, and all of that, because their whole jobs, their whole purpose was to provide housing and jobs for their tenants that lived on their land. Well, when the Industrial Revolution happened, what happened en masse was people started moving to the cities. They started moving closer to the factories and leaving their ancestral homes, because they had generations and generations that would stay on these farms, that would stay blacksmithing, for instance, passed down from generation to generation. So you would have lords up in the house, and the big house got passed down to generations, but also their tenancies would stay for generations, and then all of a sudden they just started to up and move because the Industrial Revolution had happened. Well, another side effect of this is that it wasn't just the wealthy people, it wasn't the lords, wasn't just the lords and the dukes and all of that were opening up these big factories and taking advantage of all of the new machinery that was making life easier. It was the lower class people as well. So these lower class people were suddenly coming into money, and they were buying big houses in London, and they were new money. So you know how new money goes. There's people that's had money all their lives, and they always look down their nose at new money. Always, always, always. So these wives, as they always do, had these little freakouts, and they wanted to fit in, and they wanted to do everything right, and they wanted to be proper, and they wanted to be seen as, you know, proper gentlemen and proper ladies. So people took the opportunity to write these books that would tell these people exactly what they needed to do. I mean, everything that they needed to do to be accepted into proper society. And one of these books that was very, very, very popular, it was a bestseller, everybody had it, told everybody that this specific color green wallpaper was what you needed to put in your house. I mean, everything, right down to suggestions for patterns of dishes, silverware, the clothing that you should wear, obviously, the way that you should do your hair, obviously, the rouge that you should select, like everything, every detail, the lighting fixtures to put into your house, how your mantle should be carved. Literally everything was in this book. It was a how-to guide for new people coming up into society. So this green wallpaper wasn't the only big green thing that was taking off. Green was the color in this time period. And it was a very specific kind of green, and it was created by a Swiss guy. His name was Carl Scheele, and it was called Scheele's Green. And it was everywhere. Everywhere. There was all kinds of wallpapers that were being printed and were being put into houses. It was on. It was used to paint baby carriages. I mean, everything. Scheele's Green was everywhere. Well, also around this time, there started to be a sickness that went through England, and they couldn't figure out what was going on. People were getting sick and people were dying. Entire families were dying. But the strange part is normally whenever sicknesses move through in this time period, when they move through, it's the poor that end up getting hit the hardest. And it's the poor that suffers the most losses. This time it wasn't. It was the wealthy. And it didn't matter if it was the new wealthy or the old wealthy, because the old wealthy, too, was going along with all of these suggestions and all of these changes that were being made because it was the new fashion. This was also around the time period, and I know that you guys have probably heard that you've always heard about people in England going off to Bath to take in the waters for their ailments, all of their ailments. That's important later, bringing that to your attention. So all of these people were dying, entire families were dying. They couldn't figure out what was going on and why this was happening. So there was this one family. It was a family of 4, 2 children and the 2 parents, and they got sick and they started to show symptoms. Well, they also had a house that was by the sea. So they took off and they got out of London because they didn't want to be around anybody else, and so many people were dying. They were starting to show symptoms. So they took off and they went to their house by the sea. And they stayed there for about a month and they got better. And then they came back. And as soon as they came back, they started to get sick again. So their family doctor that they had been seeing had gone to their house, had checked their water supply, had checked everything in their house, and there was no sign of anything that would be making them sick. So he suggested to them, go back, get out of the city, take your family, get out of the city, and go back to the house by the sea. So they did. Within a week, they started to get better. They stayed there for a month. They thought that they were fine, and they went back. And again, they got sick. So eventually, it was found that the green paint that had been used all over the place, that had become so fashionable, Sheely's green, was made with arsenic. And it was everywhere. When I say it was everywhere, I know that I focus on wallpaper because that's what comes to my brain. It was everywhere. It was on pots and pans. It was on dishes. It was it was painted on the vases. It was in the wallpaper. It was everywhere. Sheely's green was everywhere. And Sheely's green is what was killing everybody, and they thought that it was a virus when it wasn't. It was them trying to fit in and trying to follow along with this person who had decided that Sheely's green was going to be the color of the year, and if you didn't have Sheely's green all over the place, then you just weren't fashionable. That's also why it wasn't killing the poor, and the poor weren't getting it because they weren't spending money on all of this extravagant stuff that was painted with Sheely's green. So, there you go. Kind of creepy. She is saying green and things turned green. Things turned green? Did they? Did I miss that? Well, that's not good. Did everything turn green? That's weird. Caitlin Doherty over on the Ask a Mortician channel made a video about this. Really? It's a big topic. It's a big, big, big topic. And I learned about it because you know, it was part of what we had to study on how trends go and how quickly they can move. So that's when I learned about it, when I was in school. Does anyone know where I can find Victorian crochet patterns? Yes, the Victoria and Albert Museum, which is online. You can go to their website and they have tons of patterns. Tons of patterns at the Victoria and Albert Museum. Hello, Diana. Sandy is asking about Snowball Express discussion. Are you asking me to talk about the Snowball Express? Maybe it's weird that I follow a mortician's channel. Hey, you know what? If that's what you're into and it brings you joy, you're not hurting anybody else. You just do what makes you happy, Tracy. Thank you, Josie. I am very well. We are taking precautions at my job, doing the very best that we can to stay away from all of the people that we would normally come in contact with every day. Just doing our best. That's all we can do. Uh-oh, am I going to make it all the way around here? Let's hope. Let's hope. See, Sue finds it interesting. There's other people that find it interesting. If there wasn't, then there wouldn't be a following for it on YouTube. I'm a big historian. I love, love, love everything about history, especially European history. The Victorian Albert has crochet patterns. Who knew? Thanks for the tip. They have more knitting than they do crochet, obviously, but it is there. It is there. Hello, Amy. Yes, please, reiterating what you covered in your video to keep the topic current. So many channels I've been on don't know about it. There are a lot of channels that don't know about the Snowball Express. There's a lot of people that don't know about the Snowball Express. And if you're one of them, the Snowball Express is a charity that is part of the Gary Sinise Foundation. Gary Sinise is the actor that played Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump. He has many, many, many charities that help service members and first responders. So many of them that focus on different things. But the Snowball Express is actually a charity that where he takes children of fallen warriors since 9/11 and their surviving parent or guardian to the happiest place on earth, Disney World, over the holiday season, because that is typically the roughest part of the year to get through when you have suffered a loss like that. They don't pay for anything. He flies them there. He pays for their hotel. He pays for their food. They literally don't have to do anything but enjoy each other's company and hang out with other kids that know exactly how they feel. One of the events that they have for them is, it's on their very last day there, and each child gets given a handmade blanket. Has to be a handmade blanket for them to take home. And that is where we come in, because those blankets are made by volunteers. So the blankets can be knitted, they can be crocheted, they can be quilts, they can be fleece blankets. If they're fleece blankets, they can only be one layer. And all of the details are on the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, or not Facebook group, on the It's Crochet O'Clock website. In the menu, there is a Snowball Express area for you to go to that has a bunch of frequently asked questions. It gives the size and dimensions that the blankets must be. It gives the deadline, which is August 15th this year. We all participated in it last year. And I've already started to get blankets, so this Sunday, is this the last Sunday? I think this is the last Sunday of the month. I'll be unboxing the blankets that I've already gotten for this month. And then we will be taking them. But last year, I'm a little bit sad because the last count that I got for blankets was like the middle of November, the end of November, something like that. Maybe it was October. But there was only 1,200 blankets that had been donated, and 1,700 kids went to the Snowball Express last year. So that means that they were 500 short. So that kind of ripped at my heartstrings, and I don't want that to happen again for these babies. So we are all working very, very, very hard to ensure that that doesn't happen. And we are all making blankets, and now is a perfect time, if you are stuck at home, to start doing that. For anyone who likes historic knitting and crochet patterns, Southampton University has the UK's largest archive of them, even more than the Victorian Albert. Southampton University, just pause for dramatic effect. Wait, no, that's for the lawn. That's for the lawn guy. Southampton University. All right, gotta go now. See you guys in 3 weeks. No, I'm joking. Oh, I can already tell. I can feel that it's going to be a rabbit hole. I love how patient you are when answering the same questions a million times. Most people would roll their eyes and refer them to the previous video. No, that doesn't do any good. That doesn't do any good at all. The whole point is to get people more interested in it and actually want to partake in it. And I think that if I did that and I didn't answer the questions, then it would send people away, and we don't want that. We want the opposite of that. Sizes, hold on, let me go just so I don't mess up With as many times as I've said this, you think that I would remember? I don't. Because the size changed this year. So I am still trying to get mm, where oh, here we go. 45 by 60 inches is what the size must be. I want to go down that rabbit hole. I think we're all going to go down that rabbit hole later. And you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with that particular rabbit hole. It's 45 by 60, Sandy. Russell is going to be the blame for all of us slacking off with life. I can see the conversation in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group going now. Look at the one I found. Look at this one. Aw, thank you, Diana. I do try to be, but I'm very passionate about the Snowball Express because I come from a Marine Corps family, and I know what it's like to wake up in the morning and see those sea bags sitting by the front door. And while I haven't lost any of my family members, I have lost a lot of friends growing up in a Marine Corps town. Some friends did not come back home, and they were married, and they had babies and all of that. So it hits home for me. So I am very, very passionate about it. I found links for knitting on their site, but not crochet yet. Hello, Miss Wanda. Working on cranberry and white grannies. I wish I could donate this one. Not sure if I can get it done on time. Tracy, what do you mean you're not sure if you can get it done on time? The cutoff isn't until August 15th, honey. See, Russell is the guilty one. I'm innocent. We're going to start having to, maybe Russell needs to have a disclaimer too. Of course, Sue is innocent. Sue never does anything. Never. Wait, what are you doing, Steph? I'm just going to do like an infinity granny square here. My testers are going to be like, hey, is this the updated pattern? And I'm going to be like, nope, sorry. Been on the intrawebs all night long at the Southampton University. Blame Russell. Go talk to Russell. This is not my fault. This is not my fault. That's what I'm going to say, just so you know, Russell. Oh, I missed that part. Yeah, you have until August 15th. You have plenty of time. I'm a good boy, butter wouldn't melt. You do it when everyone asks about what you're making and other things too. Yeah, it's just the nature. People come in at different points during lives, and I've had a lot of practice. Lillian, I do have an Instagram. All of my social media is It's Crochet O'Clock, and I have to be honest, I neglect my Instagram greatly. I am so glad that for the Good Loops part of it, that Jennifer handles all of the social media part, because while I keep up very well with Facebook, I'm not so good at Instagram. Wait, my moderators are talking to me. Is one of you guys being bad? Is that what's going on? Oh, no, she's asking me about the Instagram account. It's Crochet O'Clock. You can find me on all of that stuff. I'm on Twitter too, but I don't ever log into it. Twitter sends my blood pressure up. I can't handle people. These days, Facebook is sending my blood pressure up too. I can't handle most people there either. Sandy has coffee. Oh, for those of you who have not been here, Sandy went for 2 days without coffee. I am so happy that you finally have coffee. Can't blame Delbert this time. Now we have coffee. We'll crochet. I'm so happy for you, Sandy. Hello, Miss Marley Bird. Hi there. I mentioned this live chat on my Facebook Live today. I hope it helps. Thank you so much, Marley Bird, for getting the word out to other people. Trying as best as we can. We are all working together. All of us are trying to spread the information out as far and as wide as we can to make sure that we are doing our part to secure everybody's mental health during this situation. So very, very big thank you. Oh my God, I hate Twitter so much. I know you do, Marley. Marley messed up yesterday and she logged into Twitter and it was her brother's fault. She logged into Twitter and Marley was very unhappy yesterday. I almost logged into Twitter yesterday right after you said that, and then I went, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Oh. I need to join the Facebook group, but I use my dad's middle name as my surname on social media. It's a protective measure. That's okay, Tracy. That's okay. If you would feel more comfortable, you can send me a private message and I will send you an invite to the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. Because seriously, we have so much fun there. We have lots and lots and lots of fun there. And normally there's no nastiness or anything like that, because if you get nasty with people, I don't give chances. I do not give chances. I am very clear that be kind is the first rule and no copyright infringement is the second one. So if you get nasty with people, you're right on out the door. I don't even question it. Just right on out. And all of the moderators for It's Crochet O'Clock have been instructed to do the same thing, so you're not even safe getting nasty with folks while I'm sleeping. Oh, Dee's given another warning. If you've logged in since I did my disclaimers at the beginning and you want to participate in chat but you cannot, please make sure that you are logged into your YouTube channel because it will not allow you to participate if you haven't done so already. Dum, dum, dum. Oh, Ida couldn't be here yesterday since she missed us. Well, hello, Erin. I am so glad I'm able to see your live today. Well, we're doing it every day except for Mondays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So try and plan your days around it so you can be here and get a little bit of social interaction. Monday nights at 8 p.m. the normal time is when that's happening. Let me see. Start to follow some people on Instagram, but I don't know how it works. You know, I'm just horrible with keeping up with Instagram. I am. I need to do better. I say that every year. I say that I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. Well, hello, Shelly. There is Miss Shelly, my coworker. My partner in crime on Fridays and Saturdays. I only get to work with her on Fridays and Saturdays. Google Weldon's Practical Crochet. There are 1800s crochet patterns in archive.org. Oof. There's lots of places online to find vintage patterns. I just happen to, I really, really do love the Victoria and Albert Museum because there's just so much to see there. I have spent probably days worth of time on the Victoria and Albert Museum website. Probably days of my life has been lost there, just looking through all of the stuff. But I'm, you know, again, I went to school for fashion and medieval fashion, not medieval fashion, 15th century, 15th, 16th century fashion. So I go crazy about textiles, period. So there's all kinds of stuff there for me to get lost in. And I do, frequently. Sorry, I haven't been here in a while. I will do better, my friend. We hope so. It's been a long time. Are you watching on the TV with your mama? Is your mama there with you? I'm getting lag on the video. No, no lag. Everything here is looking good. All of my numbers are looking good. Don't scare me. Is it just you? I thought you was born into fashion. I kind of was. I mean, you can't tell it now with me in my work uniform, but, you know, I kind of was. Oh, there's Freaky. Hello, Freaky. Welcome. Let me see. Jennifer is sending me something. Let me see. What is it? It's Bonnie. The whole Bonnie thing is going crazy. Bonnie Barker, you're not supposed to be doing things like this while I'm live. A real friend wouldn't do this to me. I can't tell anybody about it. I can't show anybody. And now she's shown Jennifer, and Jennifer, who is normally in bed by this time of the day, is over there, and I can just see her doing her little dance. Mercy. She's in the tub. I have nothing to binge watch, so I'll be here. Well, thanks. The Grand Floridian Resort at Walt Disney World has a restaurant called Victorian Albert's. Very formal, evening wear required, lovely, intimate dining. I have eaten there. I have eaten there. Did you get lost on your way here? You're late. Ooh, freaky. Freaky, freaky, freaky. Settle down. Oh, my nose is itching. What's it mean when your nose itches? Don't you guys always tell me I'm going to kiss a fool when my nose itches? Isn't that what you guys tell me? Oh, freaky. No, Carol's husband is very, very, very sick. He's very, very sick. So we've been thinking about Carol and her husband. You are more important than Discovery Go. This week, until you find something to binge watch, and then nothing else will matter. Why, she showed it on her live on Friday. Did she? I didn't get to watch it because I was too busy trying to do mundane things before I came live with you guys. I didn't get to partake in Bonnie's live. Let me see. Hold on. I didn't know that she had shown it. Hold on. Go back. When is it, Bonnie? Bonnie. Look, you guys. Can you? I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. You probably won't be able to see the detail. Look. That's coming from Bonnie. Ah. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so, 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 so pretty, you guys. Did you get the package from Clover yet? The bead needle? No, I have not. I did check where it was at, and it was in Lubbock yesterday or today. So hopefully it'll be here in a couple days, and then we can play with this thing. Apparently there's a learning curve. Miss Janice, who called me and apologized profusely, she gave me a warning because I told her that I had opened up the empty box on live, and she gave me a warning and said that she had heard from a lot of people that had purchased it that there was definitely a learning curve with it. So we're probably going to have an interesting live that day. I will try not to use naughty words. You know what's more depressing than working from home? Not having enough work for your drivers to do so they can take care of their families. I understand. I understand. It's only going to get worse before it gets better. I used to hear it was me to fool, never kiss one, but okay, they both work, I guess. The suspense is killing me on the beading thing. I'm so anxious to see how it goes. You know, I'm a little bit scared because, and when I check my mail and it's sitting there, I am not going to say what's the worst that can happen, because that's what I did I said, what's the worst that could happen? And I thought that it was going to be me and Butterfingers dropping beads all over the place and you guys having a great laugh at my expense because it's live and you can't edit that stuff out. Never in a million years did I think that I was going to unbox an empty box live. Never in a million years. Oh, the adventures we go on here at It's Crochet O'Clock. I'm just making granny squares because that wall hanging is in testing, so it's taking all of my mental capacity right now, so I just need something that's mindless until I get finished making the alterations to the pattern. Go potty before coming to that live. We may have a few extra laughs, right? That's no joke. There's no telling what's going to happen at all. There's never any telling what's going to happen on these lives, period. Especially with Dilbert around. Oh, by the way, you guys, we have the marathon day coming up, and also two of our normal moderators are not able to make it to the daytime lives. So I'm hunting for some new moderators to help out. I put up a link because I can never remember when you guys say that you want to help in chat here. I can never remember who you are because there's just way too much stuff going on. So there is a link in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. What am I doing? Stephanie, you're done. There's a link in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group for an application. That sounds so fancy. I'm really not all that fancy. An application, it's more of just answering questions to ensure that you can do the job, and a place for me to keep a record so I don't forget about you guys. It's in the Facebook group. If you guys want to help with that and your name is not Sue, Freaky, or Anthony, go ahead and fill out the form because we're going to need it. Can you lay your square flat so we can see it? He's flat. That is sandstone. This is Eco Cotton in sandstone, and then there's vanilla. It is vanilla, right? Hang on. That might be fawn, but I think it's vanilla. Hang on. I have my labels here. Who are you? Fawn. It's fawn. It's not vanilla. It's fawn. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know where that came from. Please forgive me. It's fawn. Those are the colors. And am I working again in the wrong? I think I am. Again, I've done it again. Again. I'm gonna have to take time and separate out these squares. I'm gonna end up with 2 blankets because I'm not undoing all them squares and redoing them. Wait, I thought you were going to make me freaking Anthony mods for a day. You said that, not me. I know better. No. Yeah, I think I was using a 3.5 before with the other ones. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But at this point, this is like the second time that I've picked up the wrong hook. And you know what the problem is I do most of my work in a 4mm. So I automatically go pick up a 4mm. So this is the second time that I've picked up a 4mm when I didn't really need to. So now I've got those other squares from, what was it, a couple months ago when my brain went bleh and I couldn't do anything, so I was working on squares. I don't know. There's a lot of them. How many did I count yesterday? We can get a lot of crocheting done at work. Not right now we can't. Things were crazy pants yesterday. They were very, very, very crazy pants. I didn't get any crocheting done at all. Nothing. Nothing at all. I didn't have time to do anything yesterday. It was crazy pants. The phone will not stop ringing. Hello, the crazy poppy lady. Hello. Welcome. We have about 15 minutes left today. Oh, such a bummer. I have grown to like these daytime lives, but I also get incredibly sad when I have to leave you guys. 46? Definitely not enough for a blanket just yet. But you know, I haven't woven in any of the ends either. You know, that's what's going to be the death of that project, is the weaving of the ends. Because listen here, Brantley's Yaya's Hugs, you remember one of the original? My grandson Brantley, his Yaya's Hugs is still sitting over there. And I still see ends coming off of it. I started that blanket like 2 years ago. Wasn't it supposed to be for his... Was supposed to be for his... No, maybe not 2 years ago. It was supposed to be for his birthday in November, and then I didn't make it because I kept expanding out on it. And then it was going to be for Christmas, and then I didn't make it. And then it was going to be for his birthday again the next year, and I didn't make that either. And then was going to send it for Christmas last year, and I didn't make that either. Brantley's blanket is still sitting over there because of ends. I should be doing that. I really should be doing that. And because Brantley's blanket isn't finished, guess what? Raiden's blanket hasn't been sent either. Raiden's blanket is actually laying over the back of my love seat in my living room. It has all of its ends woven in. It's completely finished. The original Yaya's Hugs. Completely finished, but you can't send one without sending the other. And Brantley's blanket is still sitting over there with ends. Those babies are going to be graduating college by the time they get them, right? Right? Okay, I figured out how I ended up with an extra scheme for the Yayas made for New York. I did a join as you go instead of joining each square individually. Well, you do join as you go in Yaya's Hugs. Then we all yowled for the Yaya's Hug pattern. Yes, you did. You all yowled. Tomorrow you should just weave in ends. Do you think? Maybe. That's a good idea. Maybe I should just pull it out and weave in the ends. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. So many. This means you'll have to add to them and make them adult size. No! No. And their original Yaya's Hugs was done, the original Yaya's Hugs was done in Aran weight yarn. So it is considerably bigger than the pattern that was actually released. It's big. Like, I can cuddle under Raiden's Yaya's Hugs. And have. I love weaving in ends. Send them to me, oh, Carol. Tomorrow you will be weaving in ends, right, everyone? Oh. No continues join from square to square. No cutting and then moving to the next. Oh. So you went a little bit off base, right? That's okay. That's okay. I have never known anyone who loved weaving in ends. Carol, you were a goddess, right? I mean, that's just, I mean, it's weird. I love you for it, but it's weird. If it brings you joy, if it brings you joy. Somebody else offered to weave in all of my ends. Y'all could get paid for that. Seriously, start a service. Crochet whatever it is that you want and then just mail the package to them. Let them weave in the ends and mail it back to you for a small fee. It's worth it. It really is. I abhor weaving it in, so I taught my monsters to do it. How big was the original one? Just curious. I don't know. I don't know. I know that I can lay it across my love seat and it goes across the seat, both sides of the seat, and goes all the way up the back and hangs over the back. About that big. I learned to weave in ends as I go. See, I can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered. I really can't. Alicia said, I love taking the knots out of yarn. Listen, I got sent this lovely Serona yarn. And for those of you who don't know, Serona is like bamboo and it's like tencel. It's rayon, but it's only made from the cellulose of corn, where bamboo is only made from cellulose from bamboo. Tencel is only made from the cellulose of eucalyptus, and rayon just doesn't care. It doesn't discriminate cellulose from whatever planet. Serona is made from corn. And oof, that lovely, beautiful luster, it's there and it's gorgeous. But it came to me in hank form. No problem, right? No problem. What's the worst that can go wrong? I got a Swift. I got a ball winder. It's going to be great. This is going to be fine. These people that had dyed it, I don't know what in Sam Hill, I don't know who taught them how to tie up their hanks, but it was not okay, you guys. It was not okay. I could not find where I was supposed to cut the yarn. And one of you guys actually sent the yarn to me, and I'm incredibly grateful for it. It was beautiful, gorgeous yarn. I'm sure some of you will probably remember the evening. It was horrible. Like, I cut that strip or that tiny little piece because I had decided surely this is where it needs to be to put it onto the Swift. And it immediately just melted. Like ice cream set out on a sidewalk in 100-degree weather, it just melted into one huge, nasty pile of yarn barf. I wanted to cry because I don't have the patience. I do not have the patience. Y'all, it was not a good situation. I have an Afghan on the back of my couch I made back in the 80s or early 90s. Only a few ends have been seen. Still tons of them. You know, I was, bye Shelly. I was having, I was in a conference call with Betty McNitt one day, and she was at her house, and she had blankets behind her, and we were having a conversation about ends. And she pulled blankets, like all of the blankets that were on the back of her couch. She started pulling them up and was like, look, and there's just ends all over the place. She's like, I don't have time for that right now. I just hide them. Mercy. Oh. I have 6 minutes left. I wonder if I can get to the end of this one in 6 minutes. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Oh, I don't want to go to work today, but I am very, very grateful that I am still able to do so. Hopefully things won't be as crazy pants today as they have been. But who knows? No, Freaky, I will eat, they will weave. Oh, Sue. Hello to those showing up later than me. Oh, Freaky. See, you can't be late, Freaky. People miss you. You're a staple around here. You gotta set an alarm. How many photo shoots of finished projects have needed their ends sewn in? Lots. Remember I keep telling you guys about my Queen Gypsy shawl that I made a Queen Gypsy blanket? There are so many ends on that sucker. Still, so many ends. You guys. Let me see. What have I actually finished with ends? My original Arizona. Both of them. Both of them. My original Arizona and then my filming Arizona. Although, my original Arizona that I love, love, love so much, I have to do some repair work on it because I only did a magic ring and I did not do a double magic ring. And I have like 3 of 7 centers that have popped. So I am being very, very careful with the blanket. My original Arizona is across the back of my couch. I'm being super careful with my Arizona because I really need to repair those centers. Hello, John. Crazy pants. Every time I say crazy pants, y'all go a little bit crazy. Y'all get a little bit crazy pants. Gotta go for now. See you later. See you tomorrow. The original Yaya's has ends done. The shawl for New York has ends done. Only 2 that I... Hey, no, that's not true. That's not true. I did the shawl for, in Lush. I did that shawl for Manchester. So that one is done. The flower stole up there, its ends are done. Maxine's pillow, its ends are done. 3 Arizonas, because I made another one. You guys just, all of you guys didn't see it. The patrons saw it. 3 Arizonas, all of the ends are woven in. The original Yaya's. Then the filming Yaya's, all of its ends are woven in. Look, I feel attacked. I feel attacked. I weave in ends. Truly, I do. Hold on. There's got to be more. Surely there's more. The Rambling Rose. My filming Rambling Rose. That shawl, its ends are woven in, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm looking at it up there on the top of the closet. I'm pretty sure its ends. Blue Happy. Well, all of the squares are woven in. I just haven't connected them and done the border on it. Because things keep happening and I can't find time to film it since I moved. I mean, really. You made her go crazy pants. Ugh, I do weave in ends. I do. I just don't like it. And I'm a grumpus through the whole process. All right, one more, and then we're going to make it. This is a lot of ends, though. Have mercy. I weave as I go. See, I don't weave as I go, because most of the time I'm doodling, and I end up frogging. I'm a frogger. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little froggies. I frog. Oh, wow, Stephanie went all Gollum on us. Listen! You know, if she was 3, she would be stomping her foot. You guys, I weave in ends. I weave in ends. Can we have Schmeagle back? Y'all. Mean. I still don't understand why you don't weave in ends as you go. I don't weave in ends as I go because I am designing while I'm sitting here doodling with you guys. Most of the time I am designing. And then I have an idea. Normally I'm like 4 or 5 rows or rounds ahead of myself, what you guys are actually seeing. and I am trying to make it happen. And then once I get through those 4 or 5 rows and I see what has come out of my brain translated through my fingers and the yarn, I decide that I don't like it a lot, and I frog it all back. And it's when I weave in ends, I weave in ends. And even I cannot unweave them once they are woven in. So then I end up having to cut yarn, and then I have to reattach yarn because I will have not enough yarn, and it's just a whole situation. So I do not weave in ends while I am doodling, because no, I cannot. Tomorrow you're going to weave in ends on your grandson's blanket, right? Fine. Fine. I will weave in ends on Brantley's blanket tomorrow. That is what we will do. See, I will put up my squares right here, put them back into their little case. Tomorrow, I will weave in ends on Brantley's blanket. Fine. What month is it? It's March. I have until November. Seriously. All right. Everybody's hiding behind Ida. Ida's not going to save you. Okay, Ida seems like she's all sweet and she's kind, but Ida has self-preservation. She will throw you to me. All right, you guys, it is past time for me to go. Please do not forget that you can always continue on. Join the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. You can continue on to chat with everybody. Just be kind. Be kind, because everybody is dealing with issues on a normal day that we know nothing about, and now everybody is stressed. They are scared, and they are stuck at home in isolation. And just be kind. Just be kind. And if you can't be kind, then just scroll on by, because if you're nasty to somebody in my group, I'm going to give you the boot. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, and we're not even going to wave at you as we're doing it. You guys have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow if you are not part of the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.